Let's first bring you the interview of Parasakti director. The filmmaker has spoken to NDTV. Remember, Parasakti is triggering a huge political storm. The director speaks on the political message of the film. Listen in.
Congratulations on the film. How do you feel now that the film is finally released? Are you happy with the reception?
I'm very, very happy with the reception and I'm very, very happy with the film release. So both the things are like giving me immense happiness.
Okay.
Because I think it's a democratic voice and it's a democracy, and this voice coming out is very, very important to me. It could have been stifled, it wasn't. So I'm grateful that the film is out there for everybody to see. And what I wanted to say in the film was, this happened in the 60s. It should never happen again. There was a genocide. Be aware of it, and how to take it to the 60 years later, 2 generations later, how to take it to them and make them feel about that particular thing that happened was the challenge. And today when I see 4th standard kids, 6th standard kids, 13-year-olds, 10-year-olds coming up and telling me and telling their parents, and the parents telling me that, you know, oh my God, so this is what happened, we weren't aware of it. So what is wrong is anybody imposing anything on anybody. We are in a democracy and do not impose. So I think the message that I wanted to put forth, it has gone through. It doesn't matter if it was said in a commercial format, if it was said with a bit of sugar coating, doesn't matter. The message is out there. The message has reached people. I love that.
Now the Congress Party has made certain allegations that the story is not historically true, and they dispute certain facts, like firstly that, you know, the money order challan was never given in Hindi in the post office, number 1. Number 2, Indira Gandhi did not come to Coimbatore. Number 3, Kamaraj's picture, which you show in the end and talk about the death of 200 people.
Kamaraj's picture? I have not shown any.
There's a series of photos in the end which come, right?
No, that's not Kamaraj at all.
Okay. They are alleging that these events did not take place.
Yeah. So, first of all, we have a disclaimer which is read out in English as well as Hindi, saying that we do not claim to be historically accurate. Do not take this as a historical lesson, as a history lesson, or as a documentary. When I do a documentary, I will let you know. And this is not that. This is a fictionalized, cinematized, dramatized version of certain events that inspired me to talk about. And please do not take them as facts. And in fact, even in those particular scenes that they're talking about, we have a disclaimer saying that fictionalized. It is cinematized, you know. So, I mean, yeah. And many things that they say haven't happened, have happened, and there is research and there is proof for that. And I think one journalist today was telling me about how he had countered this thing, and he had researched the whole night, and he said everything that I have said is very much true. And Mrs. Gandhi did come down against protocol. She did come down. She wanted to see what was happening in the state, and we have proof for that.
Okay. Thirdly, and my last question is this relationship with the CBFC, you know, what has been happening. Do you think the situation, you know, the film producers have also spoken about it on Twitter from the Tamil film industry. How do you see this relationship evolving? Do you think it's going to become very tenuous in the future?
I don't know. I can't really speak for the future. I can't speak for the past. I really don't have that much of an experience. I have released only 3 films or 2 films. And yes, even from the time of the Riddhi Sutra, they had given me a lot of cuts saying, if you do this, I'll give you a U. And certain things I agreed with, certain things I did not agree with. Then the same thing happened with Silver Portrait. Certain things I agreed with, certain things I did not agree with. And when I did not agree with certain things, then I had to, you know, then it had to be transacted. In this film, I really didn't get an opportunity to do that because it was really absolutely in the last moment and last minute, last 2 days, you know. So I didn't even know if my film was releasing, and the kind of censor delays that were happening. So then when they had asked me for certain things, it was just given to me saying do these things. So I did do those things, but I have to say very, very honestly, it has not affected the flow of the film or the creative fabric of the film. Not very much.
Okay.
There were a few bad words which I think I was okay to let go of.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ma'am, so much for speaking to me.